Net neutrality is the principle that internet users should have equal access to all sites, all content, and all applications without being blocked or having preference given to certain sites over others. In 2017, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said he would defend net neutrality, and the previous Heritage Minister made net neutrality a foundational part of Canadian cultural policy. So why is it that the current Heritage Minister is now going against this principle by legislating that some content gets to be showcased and other content has to be downgraded in order to show favoritism to some artists over others?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I believe there's some misconception about the concept of net neutrality, since it refers to the hardware, to Canadians and people being able to have access to the internet, and that these conditions be the same to all internet users. Bill C-10 is not about telecommunications or hardware, Mr. Speaker. It's about ensuring that web giants pay their fair share and that Canadians have easy access to the content developed by Canadian creator, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Lethbridge.
The minister reads his speaking notes very well, but what he's saying is actually really misleading toward the Canadian public and actually quite insulting to their intelligence. Net neutrality ensures that all internet users are treated fairly. The Liberals, they once believed this principle. Now, as stated, they'll say Bill C-10 has to do with web giants, but that's actually not the case. We're talking about a bill that targets everyday Canadians in their everyday internet use. We're talking about regulating the internet. Everything from YouTube to Facebook to TikTok, etc. It's unfair, it's undemocratic, and it's incredibly regressive.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, a profound misconception by the Honourable Member opposite. We're not regulating the internet, Mr. Speaker. We're regulating some activities on internet. There's a huge difference. Bill C-10 does not affect how internet service providers manage internet traffic and does not modify the relevant provision in the Telecommunications Act, therefore maintaining net neutrality, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Lethbridge.
So basically what the minister is saying is, don't worry, folks, discrimination is okay as long as it's approved by the government. I'll do it right. No, the government cannot and should not be trusted to regulate what we access online. I'm talking about successful YouTubers like Simply Nailogical or Justin Bieber, who came up through YouTube, or Lily Singh, a famous YouTuber right now. I'm talking about individuals who are innovative, creative, and inspiring. They use these platforms in order to gain an audience and influence culture. So why are the Liberals so intent on picking winners and losers instead of letting Canadian artists continue?
The Honourable Minister.
Without government interference?
Thank you. Again, profound misconception about what we're trying to do. In fact, the Department of Justice has stated that there's no problem within free speech and C-10. And the member opposite was at the committee. She got to ask questions from the Minister of Justice himself regarding this. What we want to do, and frankly, what I can't understand is why does the Conservative Party of Canada continue to oppose the fact that we're asking some of the wealthiest companies in the world to pay their fair share when it comes to Canadian artists, Canadian musicians.